Welcome to BIA, Canada's top black media provider. Whether you're looking for shows on fashion, art, music, or simple lifestyle, we bring you the best content the black community in Canada has to offer and so much more. And better yet, do you have an idea for a project you'd like us to help you with? We provide equipment, studio, and office space, as well as a team of dedicated individuals to help you bring those ideas to life. So don't wait. Check out our new website at biamedia.ca for more information on how to contact us and start creating today. BIA Media, your way.
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the sixth installment of In the Black, Getting Black to Business. And I am your host, Grantley Othniel Adams, and I'm the president of Live Lending Group, Canada's best platform for unsecured commercial loans from $5,000 to $500,000 within 24 hours. Just a simple DocuSign application. The last 6 to 12 months of business bank or merchant statements to determine a business's qualified amount and rate. And today we have a special guest. Like every week is a special guest, but this guest is super special. Now, if you're in the Ottawa area, you obviously know him. You know who this person is, okay? I consider him the master and the maestro of mortgages, okay? And if you're in the Ottawa area and you don't know anybody and you walk around and you just start saying, hey man, I think I need a mortgage, people will just magically start coming out of their houses and be like, hey, you need a mortgage? I know you should go to. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Ralph Andy Brutus from Keyrate Mortgages.
Hello. Thank you.
Right? How was that intro?
It was amazing. I wasn't coming out of my seat.
It's all true. Because it's amazing because I know that even on social media, I see, different groups, especially, the Afrocentric, Black-centric groups, Ottawa or Gatineau, and I see people asking, hey, I'm looking for a mortgage. And before, the person could even answer, there's 3 or 4 or 5 people who are like, oh, Ralph Andy Brutus, Ralph Andy tagged you in. So I know you're definitely really good at what you do. I'll just say, I'll put it out there. I got my mortgage through you too as well, so full transparency right then and there. So tell me, Ralph, you represent, you're a mortgage agent?
That's right. So I'm a mortgage agent under the umbrella of Keyrate Mortgage. We are an independent brokerage, so we have a lot of flexibility. We're not affiliated with no banks per se, We have access to almost all the banks.
Okay.
As I tell my clients, I'm like your lawyer. I see mortgage. Yeah, I see mortgage. I go into court. It's like going to court. The bank is the judge, okay? The bank is the judge, and I'm your lawyer. You're my client, and we want that house. And we want to win that case.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I see it. And we have to be me and my clients. We have to be on the same page. Because once I go to court for you, and I'm in front of the bank or the judge, I have to be able to, back you up, tell you everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
Exactly. Put the case out there. Let them know, because there's also, and I love that analogy just because in court you've got your defense lawyer who's trying to save your life and keep you out of trouble or whatever's going on, and then you've got the prosecutor. You've got and as a prosecutor, would they consider them the underwriter?
Yes. Yeah.
The underwriter, right? The underwriter is a person. So for people who don't know what an underwriter is, let me get into this because I have underwriters in my industry too. I do unsecured lending, and Ralph Andy does mortgages. There are these people. I understand the idea of them in terms of risk. So all these financial institutions hire these people to basically look for reasons not to give you the loan. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you get mad at your representative of the bank, don't ever get mad at someone like Ralph or your other or whoever agent or representative. It's this person that you have no access to who's looking in the ins and outs of why you should not get this loan or why you should be declined. So yeah, he's like your angel. He's your guardian angel right here. Ralph Andy Brutus, any mortgage agent but him right now, he's your guardian angel. So and tell me, what kind of things would you do? Now you're at court right now, and the
Mhm.
judge is the bank. They're trying to see, should we give this person a mortgage? What do you do? How do you position it?
Well, no, it's all about preparation. Same thing in
Okay.
court. I need to know my client. I need to know what's the goal, right? There's different goals.
Mm-hmm.
People are buying houses just for first time home. Some people it's a second home. Some people
Mm,
it's just investment. Some people
mm,
it's flip. So we got to know the case properly, right? So it's all about
okay.
preparation, finding out what's the goal and what's the purpose of this purchase. So
Okay.
when we go to court, basically I have the house, I have my clients, I've done my review, everything seems to be fine. Here is, the case, the client and the house.
Mm,
Let me know what you need. And that's when, they come back and they say, you know what, we'll give you a 2 weeks review, right? Like in
mm,
court. They tell you know,
yeah.
okay, no problem, review, and we'll get back to you.
Joe, this guy's killing with the court now.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna say how relevant that is because, but okay. So let's get back now. In terms of how you're here. You're like the defense lawyer for in terms of helping because you're basically working for your clients. You're trying your
Yeah.
hardest to get them
Yes. The best
this
rate,
mortgage. Yeah.
the best program, right? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people come to me and they're like, "Oh, what's the best? What's the best? What's the best rate?" But it's not necessarily what's the best rate. What's your plan, right? If
Mm,
you want to move into a house for 1 year and then buy your second one, I'm not going to go with the same bank that's giving you a 5-year term, right? Versus the
yeah.
one that can give you a 1-year term,
Yeah.
right? So it has to match your plan. Um,
Uh-huh.
Fixed or variable, right? Fixed rate,
Ah.
variable rate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Variable rate, we have more flexibility if you break the mortgage. Fixed rate,
Mm-hmm.
we're stuck for 2-3 years, right? So
Yeah.
all these are in play.
Okay, okay. So I know that that's one of the biggest things that people are talking about right now. You watch some BNN Bloomberg or whatnot, and just me talking about BNN Bloomberg, I have to give a shout out to BIA Media because they're a platform that's allowing
Yes,
us
yes, yes.
to have this conversation right now, to educate people and show people about the business of finance, the business of mortgages, and things like that too as well. So explain to me because I hear about variable rates, I hear about fixed rates, and
Mhm.
the mortgage landscape. It seems that it's crazy right now. So what's happening right now in mortgages?
Well, as we know, for most people that are in the loop in the financial, we see that the Bank of Canada has increased the rate, and they're
Yeah.
going to increase it again. I think one more time, or maybe one or two more
Mm,
time before the end of the year. Now we
wow.
have to understand that it's to bring down inflation, right? That's the
Yeah.
game plan. Usually, you bring up the interest rates, the rates, and then that brings down inflation because inflation is way high, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now we've seen it gone down by like 0.5, 0.6. It hasn't been nothing crazy for the inflation, but
Mm,
when it comes to variable and or fixed and variable, fixed you're stuck with it, right? 5 year,
mm,
2 year, you're stuck. You have
yeah.
a let's say whatever 6% fixed rate right now. Okay,
Yeah. 6%. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
five, let's say variable, you can go variable. Now, once again, it depends on your plan and your flexibility. Can you sleep at night when you hear that the Bank of Canada is increasing their rate? Are you able to sleep at
Mm, yeah.
night, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the flexibility of the variable that usually people are going to go after, right?
Mm,
Because
okay.
you can sell early, you can refinance early, you can break early, you can break
Yeah.
the mortgage early without having those big penalties. On a fixed rate, you're looking at huge penalties that can really whereas you're losing on the
Oh, there's more penalties on the fixed rate.
fixed, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know
The,
that.
well, the
Okay.
penalties are bigger and they're more impactful, right?
Yeah.
If you're on a 5-year term and you're selling on the first year, you understand you're breaking your contract. It's a contract. You're
Mm,
breaking your contract. There's penalties for that. So
yeah. Yeah.
honestly, it depends on your plan. Once again, plan preparation.
Okay.
That's how it goes down.
Okay, okay. And now how did you get into mortgages? Like what like I mean, when you were a kid, were you like, I want to be a mortgage agent, or
Never, never,
no?
never,
So
never.
how did this happen?
You know, it's funny. I knew that I was going to be self-employed.
Yeah.
What
Be a business
exactly, I
owner.
wasn't sure. I knew I was going to be in business, but I wasn't sure what exactly.
Mm.
I did a few different things. I'm still in the event
Oh, that's
industry.
right.
So,
That's right.
yeah, you came to one of my events. You see how it is.
It was amazing. It was a chicken and waffles.
Yeah,
Listen,
so
I got to tell you
good.
guys, it was an amazing event. I don't want to, because we only have limited time, Ralph, and I could talk to you forever. But this was an amazing event. It was chicken and waffles, but it was like, there was other business owners there too. So there was a little bit of networking going on. And the
The
most
Black
amazing thing, and I
Band.
hope my accountant's not watching this, or CRA, but because when we bought this stuff, the venue is a bar, or not bar, but like a restaurant called
Mhm,
The Office.
mhm.
So now when you have to write the stuff off with the receipts and you send it to the accountant, he's like, oh, yeah, I just spent some money at the office, right? But hey, listen, you pay your taxes, okay? Pay your taxes, right?
Yes, that helped for the
Yeah,
mortgage too.
yeah, exactly. So, oh yeah,
Mortgage,
because you get leads, right? You get people
yeah,
that yeah. So I mean, you don't look like you're at any shortage for leads, because I mean, at almost every other day I'm seeing your name pop up on social media.
yeah.
So how did you get to that level? How, because I mean, I don't see there's any shortage of mortgage agents and brokers out there,
Mhm.
but how is it that you have been able to take the throne, I would say, in Ottawa in terms of mortgages?
Well, I have to say, I have to give big props to my pops, because he was involved in the Haitian community. So
Okay,
I've
okay.
seen that, I rubbed off him. He was really involved in the Haitian community, in the embassy, etc. So then
Okay.
he was doing events, even before me, well, obviously, but he was doing
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
he was doing events, as I was a kid. He did
yeah,
talent shows, etc.,
yeah,
venues, like everything, theater,
yeah.
etc. So I kind of robbed off him, like I don't have any brothers, so he's my big brother, right? So
Okay. Yeah.
that's how it got into me, the business and then the events and etc. Now,
Mm,
when it comes to mortgage, I knew that I wanted to have a foot in real estate. Okay,
mm.
I knew I wanted to have a foot in real estate, and I wasn't sure what. My cousin kept telling me, "Ralph, do realtor, do realtor." He's a realtor in Montreal. He's like, "Ralph,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
realtor, do realtor." But honestly, I wasn't about it. I didn't feel like it was for me. Right?
Mm,
Seeing people like visit. I felt like that was too much for me. But
yeah,
now I
yeah.
look at everything in real estate: inspector, mortgage, realtor,
Mm,
underwriter, everything. And
mm,
then I'm looking at it. I'm like, which one fits my lifestyle best, or which one
mm,
fits Ralph? And
mm,
then when I fell into mortgage broker, mortgage agent, I'm like, okay, reviewing people, helping people. I love helping
mm.
people.
Yes.
As soon as someone hit me up or something, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
So
Yeah,
helping
yeah.
people, and then there's Saturday, Sunday, banks are closed. I was like, okay, you know what I mean. I kind of have a weekend, even though
Yeah,
even though I'm
yeah,
working 24/7.
yeah, yeah.
But the fact that
Awesome.
banks are closed, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
I just saw a mortgage agent, and it just fit Ralph Andy. It just fit
Mm.
and what I love about it is that anywhere I am, I can work. I go on vacation, and I'm still funding deals. It doesn't stop me. I have a
Oh, look
phone. I
at
have internet.
yeah,
I can call my banks. I'm
yeah. Mm,
good. That's all I
yeah.
need.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, you like, so because realtors do have to actually go out there. They have to go to the showings and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I mean, I went to go look at properties, and as long as I was like keeping you abreast as to what was going on, I would just be able to send it to you. So yeah, that is makes sense. I mean, in the real estate
We never really had to meet
industry,
every single time, right?
yeah, exactly.
I need documents. Okay, send me that. Okay, the bank says this, right? It doesn't we don't really need to see each other. So
Yeah,
I could be, and usually I don't tell my clients I left unless I need to. But if I leave
yeah.
on vacation with my wife, I'm out for
Mm,
2 weeks. They won't
mm.
even know sometimes.
Yeah. I saw you on vacation. I saw you on vacation. It was on your story, but it was
Yeah,
amazing. But you know what? As much as like you were on vacation, I felt bad. I was like, oh my gosh, should I contact him? But like you
yeah,
were still responsive. Like you were
yeah.
still there. You're like, oh yeah, my laptop's open and stuff like that. So and I mean, in finance too. I mean, when it comes to funding deals, I'm the same exact way. So I love the fact that you're so dedicated to your job. Now, so obviously, like we our industry, people get approved and people get declined,
Hmm.
and you obviously try to position people in the best, in the best light, or try to put them so they can get approved. Now,
Yeah.
what are the main reasons that you see people don't get approved, or what could people be doing better?
Well, salary is a big there's three things. There's three elements that any bank or any judge are going to look at,
Mm, mm,
It's the credit, your salary, and the down payment. These are
mm.
the three elements. There's I'm a still that slang, but it's called being iced up. Are you
Yeah.
iced up? In the
Mm.
sense that your income, your credit, and employment. So are you iced up? Right?
What?
Yeah. I stole that one from someone. I forgot who,
I'm
but
stealing it right now. I'm grabbing
yeah,
it's like,
you
okay,
iced up.
yeah.
So your income in check, because income, banks they like to see stability, right?
Mm, mm,
And credit, we're talking about 650, 680 and up. Now,
mm,
as a
mm,
mortgage agent, even though your credit score is low, it doesn't mean you can't get a credit, but obviously condition applies, right?
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then the E
E.
for employment. We said that.
Em- yeah, employment. So income, credit, and then E's employment, right?
Yeah, your income. Well, income goes with the down payment.
Yeah, okay.
Because we need a
Yeah.
minimum down payment of 5%, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we need that saving. Make sure that saving has been there for at least 90 days, and
Mm-hmm.
then credit. If there's any credit issue, not only the score but what's on the credit, right? Because some people
Yeah.
have 700 credit score, but they have maybe 10 credit cards, 5 credit cards, 5 line of credits, student loan, car loan.
Utilization.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So
Yeah.
all of that will affect the way that the bank sees you, right? Because credit
Mm-hmm.
is where the bank is okay. How much credit does he have, and how has he been managing it since?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the
Okay.
end of the day, a mortgage is a loan, right? So can we give this guy
Yes.
another loan on top of his loans?
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
that,
Yeah. Because there's different positions, right? It's
mhm.
like when you get a loan, your utilization. So what is utilization? Like what's the highest amount of utilization? Would you say you start teetering on, like looking like you might get declined in terms of utilization?
Well, there's what's called the stress test that the Bank of Canada has put down,
Yeah.
um, exactly for like this situation right now in the economy.
Mm,
So people don't just start buying houses and then they can't afford it, right? So
yeah.
the stress test, right? So the stress test will help us with the whole utilization and a debt service ratio. So
Okay.
when it comes to debt service ratio, which is basically your salary versus your debts and the house debts, there's a
Mm,
certain percentage that we have to be at.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that percentage the same for everybody?
Yes, for everyone.
What's
Now,
the
depending on the lenders that we take, right? So
yeah,
we
lenders,
have
okay.
A lender, B lender, and then we have the private. Okay.
Ah,
So if we're talking
okay.
about A lenders, there's a certain ratio we have to be at. B lender, there's a certain ratio we have to be at. And then
Yeah.
private, there's a certain
O-
ratio we have to be at.
So A lenders are the banks.
Yeah. A lenders are like our major banks. Everybody knows Scotiabank, TD,
Yeah.
CIBC. Those are major
Okay.
banks. They want clean files. Once again, income, credit, down payment. These three elements
Mm,
have to be clean.
yeah.
Now, when we're talking about a B lender, they're a bit more flexible when it comes to the income, the credit. If you had a little
Mm.
boo boo here and there on the credit, they may let it go.
Yeah, okay,
They
okay.
may let it go. We got a little missed payment, they may let it go.
Mm,
You
hmm.
know, and now
Yeah.
private, they don't. When it comes, they don't really care. They just care about the property. They don't really care
Yeah.
about your income. They don't really care about your credit. They don't really care about your job. They care about the
Mm.
property. It doesn't make sense for us to invest in that property.
Ah, so private. Okay, so then private lenders are just could be a person with a lot of money?
It could be. It could be.
Wow.
You
Wow.
could be a
And
private lender.
yeah, okay, so then and are there any restrictions on people becoming private lenders?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure if there's any restrictions. If you want to be like, there is. There has to be because you're talking about a house. But
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Okay,
I'm no
okay.
private lender, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. And now in terms of let's say competition, right?
Mhm.
How does that work in your industry? Like I mean right now we see a lot of like, I see a bunch of like tech companies like I don't know. There's one. There's called Nesto or something like that.
Mhm.
But now, how does that has that changed the landscape for you? Or I mean,
It,
your name is still up there, right? Your name is there every other day. You're all over social media,
it
right?
hasn't
But
affected, like, I won't say it affected my leads coming in. The way
yeah.
it's affecting me, it's when people do their research online, which is not a problem. Do your research online, Google, YouTube, etc. There's some great resources out there. But then these companies, and then they have those promotional rates to get people, to get clients. It's just a battle.
Ah,
That's where the
yeah,
battle comes in, because clients
yeah.
come to me, oh, but Ralph, they're giving me 3.99 on this 5-year term, but
Yes.
that commercial with that small little words, condition applies.
Yes. And a little star, the little asterisk.
Yeah, there's a
Right.
little
Oh,
asterisk.
okay. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it's
I know
like
exactly what you
some
mean.
condition applies, and then
Mm,
you call them like, yeah, no problem. Send you all your information. Boom, boom, boom. And then,
mm,
oh, 5% now. Oh, what happened to that promotion? Oh, you
mm.
didn't qualify, but you only get that till the end, right?
Exactly. And you know
Yeah.
what? I'm glad you brought that up because I run into that all the time with a lot of my clients. They end up like, some of my lenders will actually might advertise every once in a while.
Mhm.
And I'm like, shout out to my lenders, shout out to my lenders. But the thing is that when you work with a broker, you have someone on your behalf, or you work with an agent that can kind of that can advocate for you like a lawyer, right?
Exactly.
And make sure that you get the best terms, the best rates, the best paybacks. They
Mhm.
can waive origination fees, waive application fees like that. But people see those numbers, and when you see 1.99, 2.9, anything 0.99,
It's
you
good.
have to be weary on that. Very weary on that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and you know what they rely on? They rely on you going through the whole process to the end. And by the time they will say, "Oh yeah, well we didn't see this and we didn't see
Mhm,
that, and this
mhm.
is why it's not 3.99, but now it's 6.99." The person's most likely going to go for it anyways,
Exactly.
right?
And so, oh, but we
And
have a commitment, right?
okay. Oh, we got Sacred Synergy on here asking a question, and she's asking, "What are examples of a B lender?" It's a
Exactly.
great
You
question.
want the names?
Well, I don't. I mean, like she said, an example. So I mean, obviously they're not the banks, but they like just finance companies? Are they? Well, they're not private people, right?
No, they're not private people. Those are actual banks. So we have, like, example, MCAP, First National, RFA, Merritt.
Yeah,
Even some A lender, they have a B channel,
yeah,
right? So
yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure
Okay,
that answers the question, but
okay. Well, yeah. Well, hopefully she got the answer that she needed there. Now, let me ask you a question. So there's obviously credit checks and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
Now, let's say you go to the A lender and it doesn't work out,
Mhm,
and now they send you to a B lender. Now,
mhm.
is that a whole new credit check?
Yeah, so there is a credit. Yeah, so whenever we send a file to another bank, they have to do their own credit check. So I do my credit check, they'll see it, but usually it's not a hard check where it's going to affect your point. It's just because since it's the bank, it's like a small
Soft
check.
pull.
A
Yeah,
soft pull, thank you.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
really affect your credit score. You're not going to see your credit score drop 20 points.
yeah.
Obviously, if
Okay.
we're going to like 10 in the same, you
Same
know,
month.
in the
Yeah.
same month, that
Yeah,
that,
you're
that
totally,
will affect, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Because
I've seen that.
I
Yeah,
don't send one file to everyone, right? I
yeah.
usually already know, okay, I filter it down, and then I know which one to use.
And that's why you need an agent and a broker because we know already. Because I've had guys come, and the thing is, okay, I just want to just a little public service announcement to our clients, our potential clients and future clients. Transparency is so important.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
Ralph said, he's a lawyer, right? So yeah, you don't want to just throw everything at the judge because the lawyer is going to tell you, okay, this is what you tell the judge, this is what you don't tell the judge, or
Yeah.
not to say, yeah. But you have to be extremely honest with your lawyer, with your
Hmm.
agent, with your broker, because I have worked with people and they don't understand. It actually wastes a lot of time and actually can affect your credit even worse. You
Yeah.
send them out there and they're like, "Oh yeah, we just got this file." It's like, what do you mean you just got? Didn't I ask you? And you go to the client. Didn't I ask you if you like who else you sent? It's like, "Oh yeah, no, I wasn't thinking about that guy." I
Forgot.
was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
is there anyone else?" I mean, I don't know. I think that's it. That's it. Okay, perfect. Go
Yeah.
somewhere else. Yeah, yeah. No, we got this from somewhere else, and it's like from another broker, right? Too, or
Hmm.
something like
Hmm.
that too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So clients, people looking for financing, mortgages, make sure you are
Transparency
one
is key.
transparency. Yeah, tell them everything, right?
Because
They're
at the
there
end of the
working
day,
for
like,
you.
I'm here to help you, right?
Yeah,
My three slangs, help, educate, approve, right?
yeah.
I'm here to help you.
Mhm.
You lying to me does not help me fund your deal,
Yeah,
you know?
Surprises, man. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I send the file to the bank, and then it's like, oh, they had another loan, but sometimes it doesn't show on my credit report, right? But they never told me, and then I have to go back to you. Hey, what's that about? Oh, that was from a collection back in 2009. Like, it's okay. It's not a problem if you have one, but let me know so I can advise the bank. So that way, it's not a problem when they see it. Because when I don't advise them, but it comes out, it makes it worse.
Yeah, because now you got to kind of backpedal and be like, oh, well, no, this and that. But when you know about it first, then you can kind of angle certain things. Oh, yeah, when he was young, he had this credit card and, he's still working on it, but he's worked out a payment plan with them, this and that, as opposed to, because then we're like, oh, what? No, really? Right? Yeah. And we look like we don't know what we're doing, right?
But then the backpedaling, right? I get the documents. Then we have a condition to satisfy, right? We have 10 days. Now get the documents. It takes time to get the documents. They're not answering us. And then the time frame is getting shorter. So now I need to close your file on time so you don't lose your house. But if I would have known that, all the paper would have been there, right?
Yeah. And so I wanted to ask you too, because obviously those are challenges that we encounter. And I think on your side, I think those challenges might be just a little bit bigger, just because I do 5,000 to 500,000, but my average deal size is probably about 35 to maybe 50K. And so, but what have been your biggest challenges in your industry?
My biggest challenge, the thing is that the market keeps shifting.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest challenges as a mortgage agent, right? Because one day we're pushing refinance, right?
Yeah.
Low interest rate, pushing refinance, refi. Now interest rate is back up. Now, seller's market, buyer's market. So these are the challenges, right? Because we have to switch our game plan or switch our mentality of how we're constructing a deal. So these are the challenges of the business. Okay.
So, and now, what would you say is there a perfect client for you?
Perfect credit, perfect employment, perfect down payment.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, perfect credit, perfect employment, perfect down payment.
What's the judge going to say?
Yeah. What's the underwriter going to say? I even had an issue. Not an issue. I submitted the cleanest deal, and I had everything there. I anticipated everything. I made sure it was all there, all the documents. But the only thing was like, the articles of incorporation didn't have the name of the person because they had gotten it from 2014. And I was like, yeah, but you can just look it up online because they have the registry of the business. So, and the underwriter comes back like, oh no, we need them to fill out the application too as well, and blah blah blah. And I was like,
some underwriters are tough. Some underwriters are tough.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, people. Underwriters and they're just. I don't want to say this because I think some of my underwriters actually watch these videos too. So but some of them are divas and divos, right? So. And we have to work with them and their risk mitigation. So they're really important to the business. Okay, so I know we have to go for a quick break to pay the bills. But when we get back, we're going to be back with Ralph Andy Brutus, the mortgage agent for Keyrate, the #1 mortgage maestro master in Ottawa. So we'll see you guys soon.
Ottawa's Black Business Alliance, a place where you can learn to be your own person and build the future you want for yourself. Our mission is to help young entrepreneurs achieve their business goals through the best coaching, managing, consulting, and a slew of other services. Together, we can become a pillar in the Afro-Canadian community. Don't hesitate to contact us through our website at www.oba.ca, and remember that building tomorrow starts today. OBA Consulting. Take hold of your future.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Getting Black to Business in the Black. And I am your host, Grant Othniel Adams, and I am the president of Live Lending Group. And we have here again the special guest. Welcome back. It is Ralph Andy Brutus, the mortgage master at Keyrate Mortgages. And thanks again for being here, Ralph Andy. I wanted to talk to you because, yep, you're welcome, man. It's always a pleasure to have it and an honor to have you here, man, because I know you being here, you know, there's going to be a bunch of followers, all the people that know you. It's going to be amazing. So in terms of like mentors, have you, like, I mean, your father kind of got you. He was well known in the community. But how important is it to have a mentor and to be a mentor in your industry?
No, honestly, it's very. At first, I wasn't really a believer, if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Mentors. I'm like, I have online. I have the book. These are my mentors,
Yeah.
But aligning myself with the right people has made a big difference in the business, because the way you think may not necessarily be the right way to do things in business, right?
That's true.
Just because example, you don't want to make calls, so I'll put my presence on social media. But if you go to the roots of it, maybe calls is best, right? And sometimes you need that person. It's like going to the gym, right? You can go to the gym by yourself, right, and do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
But you can get a personal trainer, and then he's really gonna get you working all these little muscles, right, that you didn't even know about. So, mentor is very important.
Okay. And now, do you find yourself being a mentor as well? Do you have like mentees or people that like they look to you for advice on like there might be even in the same industry, right? Or just even people in business, right, that respect you as a prolific mortgage broker out there in Ottawa. So are you a mentor yourself?
Yeah, I have a few mortgage agents under my belt that I mentor. Obviously, the little cousins, those are my proteges that I call them.
Okay.
I have a few little cousins that I guide the right way.
Okay.
As best as I can, right? But it has to. You do your best to see where they want to go and give them your tips, because you've been through, right? You've been through life. You've been through a certain situation. They're not used to it, right? They're not used to the bumps of the roads. So sometimes you need that person to tell you how it is.
Yeah, and that's really important too, because one thing I know about business is every mistake you make costs you money, right? I mean, that's life in general, but in business, business mistakes could be extremely costly. So having that mentor there is extremely important. But I mean, it's also I mean, you have family members, which is one thing, but I mean, someone who's not, I guess, related to you. How do you define them not being competition? How do you avoid that?
Mentoring someone that is not family members?
Yeah, like how do you avoid, like, just, I mean, because you guys are in the same industry and most likely kind of in the same area, and maybe there's been situations where I work with people because, well, my I competitors and collaboration can kind of bleed over and overlap, right?
Yeah.
But how do you look at it? How do you look at competition, right, in terms of people out there that one of your friends comes to you and is like, oh yeah, no, I got this mortgage from this guy, but you know that guy, right? So how does it affect you? What how do you deal with it?
I see it as friendly competition because, as you said, on the group, the Facebook group, there's a lot of other mortgage agents. Yes, I get named out there, and I appreciate it. I love it. But other people, other friends, some of them are my friends, and their name comes out there, and it's to me it's okay because it's enough for everyone.
Yeah,
enough for everyone, right?
There's enough food for everybody to eat. That's
Yeah,
that's
to me,
amazing.
it's a friendly competition. I still want to be on top.
Yes.
I still want to be on top. I still want to be number one. But it's good because it pushes me, right, to do better,
Yeah.
to keep going. Because
Yeah.
if I don't see my name up there, it kind of bothers me. Okay, something's going on. I need to produce more. I
Yeah.
need my social medias off, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just keeps on working, but there's no negativity in towards it.
Okay. Amazing. And what's the number one? What are your what's the best lead source for you? Like
Referrals.
referrals, right?
Yeah. That's a
Okay.
compliment. When someone tells me, "Hey, Ralph, I got someone for you, my family, my brother, a friend. I was talking to work. I thought about you." That's a compliment because basically you're telling me that okay, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah. And you know what? Referrals, word of mouth is the number one indicator of how well you do your job,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I cold call all day, but
Mhm.
so there's certain referrals that I get that people, they leave good reviews and they refer me to say other businesses and things like that too as well. And I really appreciate those ones. So it's almost as if, well, you always have to build your own personal rapport,
Yeah.
but that rapport is like it comes solid already, right?
Mhm.
Like this person is not going to be like, oh, I don't know if I want to tell you that or this and that. Like they'll just say, hey, I send you my information. I'll send you this. This guy speaks really highly of you, so I know that I can trust you. So that's amazing. So that right there is an indicator of why you're the maestro of mortgages, right? And now, what did you wish you knew before getting into this industry?
How hard it would be.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
coming from an event space, I was kind of
Yeah.
already ready for it. Okay,
Hmm.
because when I started doing events, I went big, and then I took a shot. I was like, oh, okay, like I know I'm known in
Yeah.
Ottawa, because of my father, because of my implication in the community, soccer, basketball, Haitian
Mm.
community. Like I'm a bit everywhere, so I knew I
Mm.
was known. But when I did my first event, I was like, it's gonna be jam packed. Everybody's gonna come, and then when it
Mm.
happened, I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people, but okay, not
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So the fact that I went through that phase of taking hits in the event, I was kind of ready for a mortgage.
Yeah.
Because even for mortgage, even though I'm known, some people go elsewhere. Some of my
Mhm.
friends, my family, they go elsewhere, right?
Yeah,
The fact that
family too.
yeah,
Oh man. Oh, oh
some
man.
family they go
Yeah,
elsewhere. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? The
yeah,
fact that I've been through that with
yeah.
events, I
Mm-hmm.
was I was prepared for it. But it's still, it's still like, oh come on, man, don't do
Yeah.
this to me. But
So, are any of your events like mortgage related, or because I went to your event that was like the chicken and waffles again, an amazing event. When are you doing another one? Sorry, I'm gonna get
December
off top.
10th,
December 10th.
yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
stay
Okay,
tuned.
everybody, December 10th. On one time. What is
One
it?
time entertainment, yeah.
One time oh man, I got my memory. Oh my gosh. Okay. One time entertainment. Okay, December 10th, chicken and waffles. But yeah, now do you do mortgage based events and financing events too as well?
No, it's really not yet. Should I say not
Not
yet?
yet. Okay.
Right
Okay.
now, it's event is one Ralph Andy, and then mortgage is one Ralph Andy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So all right. And do you plan okay, so you said not yet, so I guess you plan on doing that.
Yeah.
Now I know this question is different to everybody else, right? Like I mean everybody has their own answer to this. But what would you say your keys to success are?
My key to success
Yeah. What are the keys to success? What is the key to success? Yeah.
in in business
Mm.
consistency is a big
Woo! Jay-Z said that. Yeah. Consistency. Yeah.
consistency is a big
Yeah.
factor.
Hmm.
Networking, always be talking to people, always, because you never know what that person can bring you.
Yeah.
Like if I take our example, we started off. You just posted on the group, and you needed a videographer.
Yeah, that's right. I just remembered that. That's how we met. Yeah, exactly. It's
We
posted in
met
the group.
off Facebook because
Yeah.
you said I needed a videographer, and as I tell you, I really enjoy helping people. Like I enjoy it.
Yes.
I don't need to
Yeah.
get paid for it or whatever. I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then you asked for a videographer. I told you, hey, I have someone. Where, what time, whatever. We took care of it. But then,
Yeah.
hey, what are you doing? What do you do in business? What are you? You know what I mean? And then it just
Exactly.
started rolling, and then you started referring me people. I started referring you people, and
yes,
networking. And it's not like
yes.
we planned it, or it's not like we're talking. We're like, help me, help you. It just happened naturally.
Yeah, yeah, and shout out to Shots by Andy. All my profile pics you see online too as well. But yeah, if just to give a little bit of a background, in business, sometimes you want to do an event, and I rented out a space, and I had this videographer, and he got COVID, and yeah, so they're really bad. And then I went on to the Black Ottawa Connect. Shout out to Black Ottawa Connect on Facebook, that group, and said I needed a videographer. A bunch of people came out. Ralph was extremely, consistent. He started shooting people left, right, like, towards me, like, hey, what about this person, that person? And then got me someone within, I think it was a couple hours. And then I picked that person up. Shots by Andy, picked him up, went over to the office, and he made an amazing promo video. So you're right. So, and it's not even about wanting to, like, I don't think you literally wanted to say, oh, I want to see what I can, this might be a business opportunity. Yeah, like you said, I can tell that you really wanted to help, and that's where that came from, right? So amazing. So wanting to help people, that's your key to success.
Yeah. That's why it's one of my big it's part of my slogan: help, educate, approve. Because helping it's just nice. Not even mortgage, just anything else. It's just like, it's like challenge to me. It's like a challenge. Like when I saw that post, I need a videographer. I'm like, who can I help? Who can help him? And it's like, okay, challenge accepted. Boom, boom, boom. Here, done.
Yeah. And it's funny, my fiance, because I talk out loud. So after all that, I remember one of my clients, I think I referred him to you, and was like, oh, I got this guy, and he needs a mortgage. She's like, Ralph Andy. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, because she was there too. She was there with me. Like she saw how hard you were working to get a videographer for me. So so you know what? I like that. So anyone watching now, you're getting into business. That is definitely, I would say, maybe one of my top 3 keys to success is genuinely just wanting to help. And that feeling does feel really, really good. Especially when there's people who have you ever had people who come to you for mortgages who are like, oh, well, I don't know if I should be doing this. I'm gonna get declined. I don't know if I should be doing, right? And you're able to get them something, and like
a lot of people think it's not the time or they're not ready. But until we've gone to what I call a mortgage analysis, and it's really a one-on-one with me and the client, we just go through the numbers. I'm not sending anything to the bank. I'm not pulling your credit or anything. It's just to see where you're at today. And it gives you an idea of, okay, I need 2 months, I need 3 months, I need a year to get my savings, fix my credit, or get a better job. So mortgage analysis is one thing that I really push because it gives you an idea. And it's all about preparation. Because you can't, a lot of people, I'm going to wait till the interest rate goes down. When the interest rate was low, people were waiting it for the house to go down. Now that the interest is high, people are waiting for the houses to go down, to go up. You know what I mean? So you have to be prepared. If you were ready, you would have been able to put a foot in and then figure it out.
Exactly. And explain to me. So your mortgage analysis is kind of like your your intake process. But how does that work? Like walk me through the process. So this is obviously the first step. So you're not pulling credit, right? No. You're not sending anything to the bank. So it's just a conversation. What are the things that you need to see for this to happen?
So it's a one-on-one where we're going through your employment. Where do you work? How much do you make? I make whatever, $70K a year.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Are we adding your wife to it? Yes. Okay, she makes 70K.
They need pay stubs, right? And all that?
Yeah, but for the mortgage analysis, I'm not even going into paperwork.
You're just asking questions.
We're just talking.
Qualifying. Yeah.
We're just talking. We're just verifying just to see how it looks. But I do this live so you can see the ratios. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So then it just gives that person an idea of where they stand. Once they feel comfortable or if they're ready to move forward, then we go into looking into the documents and reviewing to make sure. Because with reviewing the documents, I'm able to construct the mortgage properly for them.
Yeah.
So you may think your salary is 60 a year, but you've been doing overtime. If I take your T4s, now we're up to 80,000 a year.
Oh. Okay. So you know how to. So you can do things. All right. So.
I'm your lawyer. I'm your lawyer.
The lawyer. Oh my God. So it's like we went from downgraded from whatever it was to whatever it was. You know what I mean? And
A lot of
instead of
people in the
just
community
like
are
that.
doing overtime, and they
Yeah,
don't know how that we can utilize that overtime.
yeah.
We can play with the
Oh,
numbers.
okay, okay, amazing. Wow. So the most important thing for people to do is to just have that conversation with you.
Just a conversation. We don't
And
need
how
to
do they
review anything.
approach you? Like, well, what do they do? Just call the number,
Call
email you,
me,
what?
text me,
Yeah,
WhatsApp me, uh,
WhatsApp you, Instagram
Facebook,
you,
Instagram,
and
email.
Facebook, Black Ottawa Connect. If you're
Yeah.
ever on Black Ottawa Connect, listen. I'll tell you right now. Anyone watching this, just trust me. Everyone watching. It's so funny. It's so funny. You think I'm joking? Watch. Just go on Black Ottawa Connect, okay, and just join the group, right? And just ask. Just be like, oh, I'm in the Ottawa area and I'm looking for a mortgage. I swear, just ask the question, right? Within 5, and then count. It should be a competition and count how many people will say Ralph Andy Brutus, right? So you know already the referrals and then the way that he positions things, it really makes things amazing. Like and I love seeing that. I love the fact that I used you and that everyone points and refers towards you. I would love for me to be in that position, but it's a bit it's I'm not sure if that's possible just because when it comes to business financing there's so
Mhm.
many different options. I'm niche. I'm revenue based, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can't do work with startups. You have to be in business at least 6 months. You have to be generating some revenue. There can't be any any NSFs in the last 3 months. Things like that too as well. But definitely, I would love to be able to get to the point where someone's like, "Oh, I need a business loan that's based
Yeah.
on revenue," and then everyone just puts my name out there.
Yeah.
So now, as in terms of like where you see your business in 5 years, like
Mhm.
where do you think you're going to be?
In 5 years, definitely have my own team, my umbrella
Mhm.
of people under me,
Yeah.
and then retire.
Okay. Amazing.
Not
Amazing.
necessarily retire, not necessarily retire, but definitely want to have a few more people under me, um,
Mhm.
just to share the knowledge. Right, someone taught me how to do it,
Yeah.
so I want to give it back to the next person.
Okay. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. And now, in terms of like the moments, I know like obviously helping people is one of your greatest moments. But I mean, obviously, I feel good when I get those thank yous, I get those reviews that I don't even
Mhm.
ask for, and people say it, and people shout me out, things like that. But what were some of your most memorable moments?
Most memorable moment in mortgage. Just closing a file in general is very nice. It's
Yeah.
very nice just because um you're helping someone get the one of the biggest purchases of their life.
Yeah.
Buying a house is huge, and you're
Yeah.
probably going to stay there, and it helps you for a long term. It's generational wealth, if not for
Yeah.
you, but for your kids. So
Mm.
just the fact to close a file is just amazing. Um,
Yeah.
Example, or having we have programs through new to Canada program, and to see these
Mm.
people qualify and then get a house within less than 5 years, it's amazing because
Mm.
like being immigrant or whatever, coming to another country and being able to purchase a property, it's
Mm.
huge. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And honestly, Ralph Andy, it's been amazing. It's been insightful and educational. I learned a lot
Mm.
here. I mean, iced out too as well. I love the analogy about you
The
being the
lawyer.
advocate, the lawyer. Yeah, because it's true, and I'm gonna start using that too as well because I think people automatically think that you are juxtaposed to them, like you're the underwriter or you're the judge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas you're the advocate, you're the person that's going into the courtroom and
Mhm.
you're putting the case out there and telling the judge why this person should be approved, right?
Yeah.
So I hope that people learned a lot from this, and I hope that people do reach out to you for sure. And I hope that like I hope that I hope the industry and the economy gets a bit better too.
Yeah.
Now, okay, let me ask you a question. Now,
Mhm.
in terms of because they're saying that things are getting harder for people to buy their first property. Now,
Yes.
what do you think about that?
As in, should they buy or should they not buy?
Yeah, like, do you think that is? I mean, I've even heard of there being a point where it will be impossible for people to buy their first property.
The
You
thing is that
know?
the interest rate going up, it's affecting the stress test. That's undeniable. It's affecting the
Yeah.
stress test because the more the stress test is higher, the less you qualify for, right? A condo itself in Ottawa is selling for about 500,000.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like
So
Toronto. Yeah.
exactly, like Ottawa and Toronto are coming very, very more and more close, and even Quebec, even on the other side, Gatineau, which we have, it's coming very close to Ottawa.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's getting very hard to qualify. And now, right now, I'm telling my clients and everyone, it's a question of sacrifice. Okay, you have to sacrifice because if you want to get into the real estate, because you know the benefits of it, right? So you'll have to sacrifice. Either we're going for a 4-bedroom and now we're going to a 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
No backyards, no basement, or something has to give.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's a sacrifice. Get your foot in the real estate.
Yeah.
Once the economy comes back, to normal, if you want, then you can, whatever, sell your house, refinance, take equity out. Because versus you just waiting, what are you getting out of it?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, right. You're right because just getting your foot in the door. Because then once you start to build up that equity, then you are able to actually make a move with that and maybe get what it is that you were looking for. So basically, you're saying don't try to get like everything you want the first time.
Exactly.
Right? Oh,
but even
wow.
on my social media, I'm not sure if you saw it, but a lot of people were asking, is it the right time? Is it the right time? But that's the wrong question to me, Does it make sense financially?
Okay. Does it make okay.
That's the question. Does it make sense financially for me to purchase a house? And I made the analogy with car. Right now, car is very expensive. To buy a car, to finance a car, it's very expensive. I don't know if you're interested on it. It's like way high.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But now, are you not going to buy a car because the interest rate on it is so high? But then you need a car to move around. You need to drop the kids at home. You need to go to work. But does it make sense for you to either bus or take the car or whatever, Uber or take the car? The same thing for a house. Does it make sense financially for you to pay a mortgage for your needs? And the rewards of getting a house is so much bigger, right? So the sacrifice. Yeah.
Well, that's good too, and I think that is also a key to success for our clients too, as well as to be able to sacrifice. So yeah, and you know what? Honestly, Ralph, I know I was trying to wrap up just now, and I can always find questions to ask you because I know it's so informative and so educational.
I got taken away.
Yeah. But no, that's good. That's good. And but I really appreciate you being here, and I really appreciate you teaching the people and just having this open, candid conversation with us on In the Black and Getting Black to Business. And everybody listening and watching, yes, reach out to Ralph Andy. So it's RALPH, Ralph Andy, ADANDY .Brutus @keyrate.com. Check them out at let me see if I can find some.
My Instagram is Ralph Andy Brutus Mortgages. Facebook, you'll find me under Ralph Andy. Email, you already said that, ralphandy.brutus@keyrate.com.
Yeah. Is there phone numbers?
613-413-4102. That's my direct cell phone. I do a lot of mortgage webinars live, sometime in person. Sometimes we're out in restaurants, in churches. It's just a question of education and helping.
Wow, amazing! And don't forget December 10th. Is it another Chicken and Waffles?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay, December 10th is another event.
It's not the bar, it's the venue. You'll see.
It's a venue. Okay, perfect. And I hope to be there too. So I thank you again, Ralph Andy, for coming. The master maestro of mortgages in the Ottawa and the Ontario, Quebec area. All right.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Thank you to BI Media.
Okay, and thank you, BI Media. All right, guys. You take care.
Welcome to BIA, Canada's top black media provider. Whether you're looking for shows on fashion, art, music, or simple lifestyle, we bring you the best content the black community in Canada has to offer and so much more. And better yet, do you have an idea for a project you'd like us to help you with? We provide equipment, studio, and office space, as well as a team of dedicated individuals to help you bring those ideas to life. So don't wait. Check out our new website at biamedia.ca for more information on how to contact us and start creating today. BIA Media, your way.